Hello, crafty friends. It's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus. I am bringing you another installment in our Tasteful Library. I started making this card and then I realized I should show you. So forgive me for the part that's already done. But I wanted to tell you I cut this paper right here. This is what it looks like on the back, and it is from our collection of paper, pattern paper, that I had suggested that you purchase with this library of products. And it is called In Good Taste Designer Series Paper, and in it you have a bunch of different patterns, but these two are what I've picked here today, and that is what they look like on the back. And I have cut the pink one to 1 1/4 by 12, and this one is 1 1/2 by 12. I used our fabulous squares from the Tasteful Touches stamp set, and I stamped them in navy blue, kind of off to the side here and off to the side here. And I am going to take these and cut them down. Use your straight edge cutter. I don't know if you remember from an earlier video, but I had cut this out and I was going to use it on one of the cards, and then I decided I didn't like it at the last second, so I set it aside. This is left over from that, and it is the flower from our Tasteful Touches. You just stamp it down and cut around with your scissors. And then this card, as we know, is 5 inches across. First things first, I'm going to take our liquid glue. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of this guy. And let's make sure I kind of keep it where it needs to be. You don't need a lot of glue. It does not require a lot of glue to get paper to stick to paper. I'm going to line that up on my paper below it and kind of center it there. Make sure it's edge to edge right there. And because I have my liquid glue, I can wiggle it just a smidge to make sure it's lined up the way I want it lined up here on the edge. Okay, and then we're going to take our pink one and we're going to do the same thing. And put him right in between there. So this is going to be a super simple card, but it comes together very quickly. I'm sorry for the parts I already did off camera before I started. Then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put it in my trimmer and trim down the side. Now, if you wanted to, you could also take a pair of scissors and go straight up the edge. I'm just going to use my trimmer because it's sitting here. And somehow or another, when I folded this one, I got a little off over here. So I'm going to take this guy right here and I'm going to slice him down. And then I'm going to take this guy right here and I'm going to slice him down just a smidge. So when you are folding your cards, if you don't get them absolutely perfect on the side, don't sweat it. You can always flip it over and cut off the bottom and the sides. Okay, so now we have him right here, and from our stamp sets that we have already chosen, I'm going to make a happy birthday card. Actually, how about Thinking of You with All My Heart? Let's go with Thinking of You with All My Heart. This one comes from Peaceful Moments, which was one of the optional stamp sets that I suggested. I'm going to set my flower right here because that's where I'm wanting him to be. So I want to make sure my sentiment is where I want him to be. Here's my D block. And I want to make sure I stamp straight. So I'm going to pull in my, let's see, I have a piece of paper here that I'm going to stamp off on and make sure that I have him straight like I think I do before I take it to the pattern paper. I'm going to put him right there. Yep, that works great. All right, I'm going to put you right here, and voila, down he goes, straight down. Hold him for a second, straight up. Ooh, he's pretty light. What do you think? I might have to cover that up. Yep, we're going to have to cover that up because I made a mistake. So as you can see, there's no such thing as, I've been doing this for 20 years, and sometimes you still just don't like it the way you did it. So we're going to take him, cut him right here on this piece of scrap vanilla that I have sitting next to me on my table. And I'm going to close this up so I don't stick my finger in it. And I'm going to get those little scraps off to the side, put him in my trimmer, straight down, And I'm going to take this guy straight down. And then I have a little sentiment to pop up right here in the center. All right, I like that still. That's cool. So we're going to take him, put some glue on him. Just a smidge. You don't need the whole bottle. And we're going to make sure that he is here so nobody is going to see that original stamped art that I don't like that much. I'm going to pull off my dimensional backings back here on the back of my card, and I'm going to cover up that by tilting it just like so, and there we go. A cute card, even with accidents. Sometimes mistakes are an opportunity to embellish and make it better. So let's see if I can figure out where I put my gemstones. Do your things sometimes walk on your table? Sometimes they walk on my table. Well, I have some gemstones. You'll see it in the picture. I'm going to add a couple gemstones to this to make it just a little bit more sparkly, and that's our card. So I hope you liked it. Thanks for joining me here today, and I will catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.